So this particular book, I had already hinted at what my thoughts were, or what thoughts were beginning to form, and I'm happy to say that now that I've read it, I had questions, and I now have answers after full evaluation. I'm talking about Happiness Falls by Angie. Happiness Falls is a thrilling story of human nature with an educational and mystery components. And it starts off one afternoon when Maya, discovers her brother Eugene, who is autistic, returns from an outing with their father, but only without their father. And even with Eugene having been, or almost being, a victim of an automobile accident in a neighborhood, a string of questions questions follow, and the mystery about this novel, or this story, revolves around a few questions. So to start with, where is Maya's father, or where is their father? Secondly, is he dead? Has he run away? Why would he run away? So as I said, Eugene is autistic, and of course that's the needs of a special child do come, or come heavy on parents if they are not well equipped to handle such needs. And there's this suspicion that Eugene and Maya's father might have been frustrated enough to be unhappy with his role as a father, as a caregiver, and perhaps has opted the easy way out by running away and abandoning his family. But is this true? So a lot of family secrets come unraveled in the family, in Maya's life, and John and Eugene and mother's lives, and leaves us wondering exactly who the culprit is, if there is a culprit, and what the intentions, or their intentions are. Angie weaves this engaging, this enthralling story, thrilling story around realistic or relatable characters. To start with, Maya herself, who is the main narrator of this story, is quite compelling. And Maya is an adolescent. She's a twin. Her brother John is the other twin. Eugene is their younger one, and he is autistic. I believe he has Asperger's. Maya and John themselves are somewhere on the spectrum, only that their communication skills are better developed. They can relate, and of course we gather that from the way that Maya herself tells the story of of their father's disappearance, and also relating to us all the events that happen after, before, in the present, and also even speculating the future of their father's disappearance. However, Maya herself, is being the main narrator, is not a reliable voice. Is not seen as her perspective is not omniscient. She can only speak from her own perspective, and being an adolescent, this taints or paints the fabric of the language, or the language of this novel, because we will now be reading, or you will be reading this story in the voice of an adolescent, which is quick-tongued, has a zang, I think, if that's a thing, but it's very much Gen Z, so prepare your mind for that. But I think a quality of her position, or I would say her position or nature being on the spectrum, she also has tendencies of obsession, of mania, I had hinted in the previous video that Maya herself offers or volunteers footnotes to every narration that she makes. So not quite every, but interjects her narration with footnotes, and they are quite useful. They are quite insightful, and following her down the rabbit hole, I wouldn't be too bold to say that this is characteristic of Gen Z, but going down rabbit hole seems to be a thing in the present, and is a main thing with Maya, but quite very useful, very insightful journeys down those rabbit holes to find backstories, to give context to relevant events in this story, or in the story of her father's disappearance. John herself is more likable. John, her twin brother, is more likable. She makes comparison about how people relate to him as against how they relate to her, and then she also makes reference to, and I don't know, I think it might be cultural in a sense, how females with sort of masculine with a masculine look in Korea, I think, is less appealing than a male with a feminine demeanor in Korean culture. I don't know, I stand to be corrected, but she does draw that distinction, and also uses this as a front, or as a device for making us like her a little bit more, or endearing ourselves, or endearing herself to us. And this again is why I say that she is not a reliable voice, because in the middle of a mystery around a disappearance, a possible murder, or death, we need to be very objective. We need to look for, be able to say exactly what everyone's intentions are, and can we trust the facades that every character puts up for us, including Maya. Eugene is the autistic, or he has Asperger's, a younger brother to Maya and John. He has Asperger's, a non-verbal autism. And as I had related before about the mystery and educational components of this novel, I can say that I've learned a lot about this autistic spectrum. Only earlier today I was reading about dyslexic thinking, and how Branson is himself the face of dyslexic thinking, and how it's becoming a thing now, how people want to think like dyslexic people, just so that you can embrace the uniqueness of that style, or that approach to thinking and learning. The setting of the story is in Virginia, and although while the present narration is situated in Virginia, we also traverse different climes from Korea, and I think a bit in Japan,